Welcome to Astridologie, the podcast that brings you knowledge, wisdom, and principles that can help you find the peace and comfort we all seek and deserve in our lives. Woo-hoo! It's the Equinox. The autumn equinox. I thought I'd pop in here for a quick video. You know, it's hard for me to be quick because there's always so much information to share. But today, the autumn equinox is about equal balance. Hey, Carrie, how are you? How's it going in C-Town? I hope you're well and your kids and your family. So good to have you here. But it's the equinox, y'all. And Libra season is here. I'm so excited because Libra is an air sign. So to me, it's like it's clearing out all the heat. And we are still in eclipse season. How has the eclipse energy been treating you? Have you had vivid, wild dreams? Have you been emotional? Have you been highly intuitive? Have you struggled? Is the past coming up? Are you getting past memories? Are you feeling melancholy? Is there sadness coming over you? Is there joy? Are you a little fuzzy about the future? These are all energies that an eclipse season can bring about. So today we're talking about the equinox. It started today at 6:44 a.m. Pacific time. And I didn't set a clock this morning, and I woke up at 6:44 a.m. I woke up at 6:44. Hey, Kiki. Hey, how are you doing? What's going on? Good morning. Thank you so much for joining. We're talking about this equinox that came in today, 6:44 Pacific time. And I don't know about you, but I have been having these really wild, lucid dreams. I feel like I've been sleeping on the edge. I haven't been going super deep, and that's due to this eclipse portal that's open as well. But I felt really great that I opened up my eyes at 6:44, the time that this autumn eclipse came in. I didn't set my clock, and it was cool because what I realized is what you give your attention to gives you attention back. So when you really start diving into lunation, respecting and honoring the moon, the stars, and the planets, life becomes really magical. So think of the RE word. So equinox, first of all, means equal light. So today we'll have an equal amount of day and night. And I'm going to tell you about 6 things you can do during this equinox, okay? Think of RE right out of the gate, the RE words. Rebalance, refocus, realign, reassess, and reacquaint. Libra is about balance in your inner and your outer world. So maybe it's a time for you to reacquaint yourself with yourself. So today, 9/22 at 8:44 Eastern Standard Time. What did I say? 6:44 Pacific. It was 5:44 Pacific time. So the sun will be exactly above Earth's equator, moving from north to south. So it's going to come up and come down, 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 down. So it's about striking a balance. Earth, Mother Earth. It's a time to have reverence for Earth. And this equinox is special because it's happening during the eclipse portal. The idea is we are now in the harvest. Seed planting is done. It's time to eat some fruit. I am in South Pasadena. Yes, Kim, I am in South Pasadena now. I teach on ClassPass. Find me there. I only teach a couple classes a week. I'll be adding more. But yes, I'm back to teaching yoga, and I want to add meditation classes to it as well. This is also Mabon. Mabon is a pagan holiday. So this equinox is also known as Son of the Mother, and it's about focusing on release, liberation, balance. It's also called the Feast of Avalon today, or the Feast of the Apple. Yes, I'm an East Sider now. I'm in South Pasadena. I moved out from the North Valley last year, a year ago, next month. So I'm kind of more centrally located. So we as humans, we've been celebrating the equinox for thousands and thousands of years, pre the internet, pre-cell phones. It was always considered a moment to pause. And in our busy, hyped up life, we don't have reverence for these times of year anymore. So the Pisces lunar eclipse that we're still living under that energy conjunct Neptune. And Neptune is the planet of dreams, extrasensory perception, intuition, wild dreams, mystical experiences. I hope you're feeling some of this. And there's also delusion that can go on during this time, like pie in the sky. So watch out, but it's a really great time to be connected to Source, Mother Earth, Gaia, the source within you. In the yoga world, we believe that God exists inside of each of us as well as outside of us. Okay, so right now the sun is trine Pluto and Venus is square Pluto. So today is Pluto. So if you're my fellow Scorpion, this day will be pretty intense and magical because it's Pluto day. But Pluto is about empowerment, helping you see and take control of your own life, your own narrative, because Pluto is a planet of transformation. So again, the eclipse is about releasing and letting go. And then we've got Libra here, who is all about balance, fairness, justice, things like that. So Pluto is a planet of transformation. It's about your inner resources, your inner wealth. We are rich. We are rich in so many ways. So you may not be financially rich, but there are so many ways that we are rich. This Venus square Pluto will affect relationships. So today it's going to affect your intimate relationships. So depending on where you are on the spectrum, if you are in a beautiful, glorious relationship, it's a day of passion, sensuality, maybe make a special picnic or special dinner. So again, this is Maybon. It's also son of the mother, apples. You know, it's time to eat some fruit. And it's time to eat the dates, eat the apples, and the fruits of harvest and fall. It's time to let go of the melons and all of that and get in alignment with what we're eating and what we're doing in this season. So Pluto and Venus square at 5:15 p.m. tonight, actually. And Pluto and Venus are in the final degrees of their signs. That means they're at 29 degrees. So when a sign is at the final degrees, it means that it is the end of that energy, and then the next degree will take us to a new beginning. What I think about when I think of Libra is, do you need more air? Do you need more air? Do you need more space? Space from your own mental thinking, space from someone else, space in your home. Do you need to create space? Because Libra is very yang energy. It's a cardinal sign. It's an air sign. And Libra is the first one in which we enter the social sphere. So of the air signs, Libra takes us into the social side, and it's all about relationships. It's about balancing. So Libra is concerned with the relationship that you also have with yourself. Is that sound? So the earth is shifting from the heat of summer and into the refreshing coolness of autumn. I mean, we can feel this shifts. California, we've had at least 4 earthquakes in the last couple of months. So talk about shifting. Okay, so Libra energy asks us to just be more serious and about the decisions and reflect on what truly matters. It's as Gary Vaynerchuk says, you have to suffocate the BS. It's a great time to slow down, reflect. So take Sunday. I love that this equinox is happening on a Sunday. You know, Sunday is kind of like a day of rest. We have 7 days a week. So if you believe in resting on Saturday or Sunday, Sunday is a super powerful day to practice yoga, to meditate, to connect with God, and just to reflect. So Libra asks us to make serious decisions, and it's a great time to think about your inner and outer worlds and how you can create more harmony. And I came up with this word. It's time to saturate yourself in the faith and in the trust in yourself. Libra represents the scales. So again, it's about creating better balance. And balance is a tricky word because sometimes when we are out of balance, it really means we are in balance. Maybe a better word for balance could be flow. But sometimes being out of balance and being a little upside down is the balance that you're supposed to have in that moment, if that makes sense. So balance rests with activity. Pause with action, giving and receiving, balance rest with activity, reflection with action, and releasing and receiving. It's a time to release and receive. So with the influence of the eclipse, it's important that we are serious about our decisions to ensure that our life choices align with our true purpose and our emotional well-being. Libra is all about the truth. The truth will set you free. All the air signs are concerned with the truth and what's real and what's tangible, but Libra in particular is about truth. Our ancient ancestors, like I said, had reverence and looked forward to this significant seasonal change. But today, around the world, many cultures right now are celebrating the equinoxes, and they see it as a special time to renew and connect with Earth. Fall is a time of harvest, and this is in the literal, spiritual, and metaphorical sense. If we look to fall, if you look outside, the leaves are starting to fall. Everything goes through a season of change. What needs to fall away from your life? The trees release and shed, and then animals, there are particular animals that are right now preparing to hibernate and harvest and get ready for the colder weather. Are you ready for the colder weather? It's also a good time for grounding and nourishing our bodies from the summer indulgence and fun. I hope you had fun this summer. Each season brings its superpower, and the summer is about enjoying, relaxing, traveling. So I hope you did a lot of that. Now it's time to do what fall wants us to do. Ground ourselves, calm down a little bit, because September and October are about preparing for the high holidays of November and December. October is actually a busy month with the high holidays coming through, but we'll talk about that when we talk about the new moon in Libra that is bringing the solar eclipse. It's going to close out this whole eclipse portal. So here are things you can do today during this equinox or equinox. Tomato, equinox, equinox. Okay. Number one, prepare an intentional and mindful meal. Make a beautiful meal, because this is about eating fruit. It's about harvesting and being grateful for what we have. Make sure the feast includes apples, prunes, dates, any of the pumpkin, any of the gourds would be great. Connect in nature. Go to a park, a beach. If you have a beautiful backyard, if you have a beautiful deck, if you have a beautiful porch, today is a great day to get outside. Equal light. We'll have equal day and we'll have equal night. Make a gratitude list, because one of the things that Libra is famous for is gratitude, being grateful for what we have. Make a list of everything that you are grateful for, or just some significant things you are truly grateful for just for today in this moment. You don't have to go back over the whole year, but what are you grateful for today, just in this moment? Make a list of the things that you accomplished this year. So again, we only have 3 months left of 2024. It's a time to focus on what you did do, not what you didn't do. So, the scales can go like this. It's a time to look at not what you didn't do, but what did you do? What did you actually accomplish? It's time to take stock of your own harvest. Where are your spiritual banks? Your spiritual bank for rest, your financial spiritual bank, your emotional spiritual bank, and your connection with Source. Where are your banks? Where do you have emptiness? Where do you have abundance? It's time to look at your spiritual banks and really see where you need to get things more in balance. And number 6, do a soul inquiry. So this is akin to journaling. There's a couple ways to do it. So you write down a few questions, and the first answer that comes to mind, you write that down. One of the questions that comes up with Libra is, what does not feel balanced and harmonious in your life? What is it? What are the things, what are the people, what are the things that are happening that do not feel harmonious and balanced? And what are you grateful for that is bloomed over the summer? Summer is a time for blooming and blossoming. What are you grateful for that happened during the summer? So ask yourself questions. Another way to do this is called writing from the hand of God. If you don't know what to do, what to ask for, put your hands on your heart. close your eyes, take a moment of pause, because this time is about taking a pause in and ask a question to source, something that's burning, something that's on your heart, something that you might need help with, and then you write with your opposite hand. So if you are right-handed, you ask the question, and the first thing that comes to mind, you just start writing, and you write with your left hand. Now, the writing a little crazy and scribbly, but I promise you an answer will come through. If you're left-handed, ask the question and then write with your right hand. I used to do this back in the day, and it's crazy that comes up. You can ask Source, God, any questions, and it's crazy the answers that come through. And again, this is not about controlling. It's about you're really connecting with the higher self, your higher mind. And it's fascinating how accurate it is if you just go with the flow, because Libra is about going with the flow. So this Libra season, thank you, Libra. I can't wait to talk about the new moon. But Libra energy is about fairness and being equitable for ourselves and showing people how to treat us. The idea is tend to your fields, your mind field, your energy field, your life. And I close out with this. The equinox reminds us that sometimes things have to ebb and flow, and it's the way of nature to be in balance. The challenging times of our lives always seem to balance out with more peaceful times. So the idea is if you're going through a very tough time and you're struggling, so the question that you ask again, what does not feel balanced and harmonious in your life? What does not feel balanced or harmonious in your life? Where can you be more mindful? That's another good question. Where can you be more mindful when it comes to how you actually treat others and yourself? We're so busy and hyped up that we get so mindless. Also, where have you bloomed and blossomed over the summer? See, the idea about balance is giving yourself credit. Always give yourself credit for what you have done. Our minds already give us enough information, enough negative information. That is its job, is to give us the negative information. So we have to create this avalanche of, and what was my word? I said we have to, I forgot the word, but it's an avalanche of negativity, and we have to override that, saturate. We have to saturate ourselves with the positive influences. So during this season, remember that darkness, as the days get darker, don't miss the summer. Don't harp on, I wish it was lighter in the evening. Embrace that darkness, because darkness comes in to balance out the light. And the difficulties that we do experience do not last forever. They last for usually a season. And remember, there is always light at the end of the tunnel, and it is not a train. Thank you so much for tuning in. Whenever you hear this message, just know that there's something potent and powerful for you. Prepare a beautiful meal tonight. Make something special and sacred. Have a beautiful picnic, but get out in nature if you can. Namaste, namaste. I will catch you in the next video when we talk about the new moon in Libra during the eclipse portal of the solar eclipse. It's going to be a magical time. Have a beautiful, great Sunday. Namaste. Thank you for listening to Astridologie. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help support the podcast, please hit the subscribe button and tell your friends about it by sharing this program on social media. You can also follow me on Instagram at Coda Life Goddess or at CodaLife.com. Coda is C-O-T-A, Coda Life Goddess or CodaLife.com. Thank you again for listening to Astridologie, and I'll see you next time.